Hey, True Believers, England Teen here with another batch of new comic book reviews. Gonna do Batman 106. What's happening after Future State? Arrow Psyche from Independent Company. We've got Daredevil. What is it? Number 28. This one right here, and also The Unkindliness of Ravens, issue number 5, which is surprisingly been good so far. So let's get this party started. All right, start off. First of all, I love the cover. I really do. I think that this is actually a better cover than the wraparound one that I got, which is kind of like a Batman family one. And I do. This, for some reason, makes everything look good. And I am not a fan of the design of the new Scarecrow. Look at it. It looks like he shopped at Pier 1 or Pier 21 before he rushed out to do whatever nefarious deeds he's about to do. All right. With that said, though, let's get on to those nefarious deeds. This is a continuation. I should have, actually, before I did this one, should have started off with a review of, what's that called? Infinite Frontier. I'll include that in the next slot of reviews. But anyway, this is a continuation of the little story that's in there. And overall, there's some things that I do like. There's some things that I don't like. Right here, he's talking to Oracle, and he's like, well, we don't have the self-driving blah, blah, blah. You had it before. Look, I got it that the Fox family stole your money. And yes, I take it that way because they know whose money that really is and they're not giving it back. But the stuff in their cars are still in their cars. The stuff on their belts are still in their belts. I understand that it was all about, oh, we got to get rid of the money because we want to take them back to the basics. But the thing is Batman already has some amazing technology. Also, something that happens here is the Ghostmaker comes in. I don't want this. And this is just me. You may be like, oh, I'm the biggest fan of Ghostmaker of all time. And that's fine. I'm glad you like him. I want a Batman book about Batman. Seriously. How about we make the Batman family, and there you can have all of these other characters go in, but we need a book about Batman. Just Batman. Let's have him be. Every dang Batman book nowadays seems like it's a team book in some way, shape, or form. And this is nits to pick right here. I get it. What's going on in the story? This wasn't a bad book, to tell you the truth. It wasn't a horrible book. It's just not a Batman book. I'm waiting for a Batman story again. I would love one. Thank you very much. What we get here is all right. It's an okay entry. It's a decent entry into the post-Frontier world, or actually, I guess the pre, since we're seeing how it's built up. Here we're seeing a little bit more of how they get the Magistrate into Gotham, and I'm interested in seeing this story unfold. But man, let's have Batman be Batman again. Okay, let's talk about Maria Lovett's Arrow Psyche. I don't know what I was expecting out of this. I saw the cover. I was like, okay, so they're in the middle of black roses. That's death right there. And obviously it's a lesbian relationship. So, lesbians and death. That looks like something I need to check out. Once again, it's called Maria Lovett's Eros and Psyche, and I noticed the art and writer is there, but holy crap, there's like 4 cover artists, and that seems to be par for the course these days. It's like, yay, we've got so many different covers for this comic. Isn't that exciting? Well, I get it for the Kickstarter thing. If you do this much, you get this guy's cover and all that kind of stuff. But what's really important to me is what's on the inside. In all honesty, it's not bad, to tell you the truth. Okay, it does suffer a little bit, as you can see right here, and as we'll see as we go. It does suffer a little bit about, with the same thing, a lot of comics, whether it's Marvel, it's DC, or Independent, suffer today. And that is a lack of writing. I mean, look at this. You've got three levels, 1 little dialogue page. We're not getting a lot of thought. We're not getting a lot of insight to the character, which those little thought bubbles they used to be, but now they're like little dialogue boxes, could be telling us about. Yeah, okay, you're supposed to get the idea of what they are through the art, but there's so much story that can be told here, so much insight to who we're dealing with, that and we're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is page 6. Still, we have no idea who this character is, what drives her, what motivates her, what is she like, what does she dislike. There is nothing we've learned about this character. And that's one of the big problems about the story. And sure, she's about to meet somebody, they fall in love, there's troubles, and there's a relationship to it. And I'm telling you, this is the skeleton of a decent story. I read it and I was like, huh, I liked it, but I didn't love it. And I could have loved it. I could have loved it if if Maria Lovett allowed me to get to know these characters in some way, shape, or form. It's the plot is so much more important than the story here, and unfortunately, I feel that's where it kind of falls apart. I wanted to like this book. I do actually like the art. I do actually like the imagery, but we just need to know the characters to care what the imagery stands for. Next up, we're talking about Daredevil 28. This is just trying to sell the fact that everybody was like, oh my gosh, Elektra Daredevil's a thing, which, come on, in all honesty, not. Now, I got this cover right here, and I don't know why this is the way it is. I didn't see any other Man-Thing covers. Man-Thing doesn't exactly make an appearance in this book either, but this was the cover B, and I always get cover Bs, so the shop gave me this, and I was like, alright, that's strange. At least, though, there's something to the story. Now, we're dealing with the whole Venom thing. God, I'm over Venom. I really am. The whole symbiote thing. And Kingpin is worried about Typhoid Mary, the fact that it's kind of set off the whole personality thing again. And he's starting to think that, oh, by the way, here you go. All right. The writer, Chip Zdarsky, artist Mike Casicetto, and all that. So anyway, Kingpin's worried about what's going on. And he's like, hold on a second. I've been getting pushed around by everybody. It's time for me to remind the city that I'm Kingpin. And he says, okay, let's go kill Daredevil. Now, that to me is kind of, because Daredevil's not his biggest foe. I mean, he just got his butt whipped by a couple of billionaires. I think he should start with them. That's where I would, anyway, because they're the big dogs. Yeah, well, and in all honesty, you could probably get Daredevil to help him and then take Daredevil out. Also, Daredevil in prison, which I think it's silly that they let him wear his mask, but there you go. He tries to talk to the wise black guy, and the wise black guy is like, oh my gosh, I don't like being the wise black guy. And then another kid comes over. He's looking for somebody to protect him, and he's like, don't worry about that dude. He loves being the wise black guy. You know, that character. Like, every character Morgan Freeman has ever played, that's the dude he was just talking to. So then we get Daredevil meeting with a psychiatrist. Now, here's the thing. I have not been liking Daredevil as much. Occasionally a good issue would pop in. This is the first time that I felt Daredevil's made a return. When he sits down, when he's talking, when he's accepting what he did by agreeing to come to prison, the whole 9 yards, I actually started seeing Daredevil again. If Chip takes this story down this route, I think we're going to get Daredevil back. I do believe that the Venom story had no point. It had no place in this. I've been thinking the last few issues are weak, but my goodness gracious, this one returned, and it returned with a vengeance. I'm very happy with the way this story had gone down, and now I am finally looking forward to seeing what's next. Okay, so this is the main cover for this one. I kind of like it. Now, I get the cover Bs all the time, and the one I got was kind of just her opening a book with flames going around. It's a beautiful picture. It just doesn't tell you crap for what it is. So I actually like this because this is a little bit more explanatory as far as what's going on inside. Written by Dan Panosian, illustrated by Mariana Ignazzi, colored by Fabiana Mascalo, and lettered by Mike Fiorentino. I do apologize if I have destroyed any of those names. What I want to apologize for is the fact that I've been just kind of fawning all over this book since it first appeared. This is a really good story, gang. I can actually see this being made into a movie. It will be some sort of CW thing, I'm sure, no matter if the story isn't like that. As a matter of fact, here we get the young lady, Wilma, meeting up with her mom, and her mom's supposed to be dead, so it's like a holy Toledo, what's going on here? And they have a meeting, and basically she lays out what's really going on, whose side the mom is on, and the little girl's having none of it. Not that she's hateful or anything like that. She's not, oh my gosh, you ruined my life, I hate you for... she's not doing that. She's actually smart, and she's weighing everything her mother says, and I like that. That shows intelligent characters, and that's why I like this book. There's not a lot of cliche going on in this story, and I'm someone who's read comic books now for 45 years. So I watch out for that cliche kind of thing. So anywho, also after the meeting, everybody's going, oh, do you think she's ready? Do you think she's ready? What's going on? Does she have the power to do what's necessary? And Wilma's catching on to all of this. She's catching on that she's being played by both sides of the story here. And she's decided to go off and make her own decisions to decide whose side she's actually on. This is an excellent story. Obviously, it's issue number 5. I would love to recommend you pick up issue number 5, but I don't know if this is an ongoing or if this is a miniseries. Sorry, I didn't check before the review. If it is an ongoing, pick it up. It's definitely worth it. If it's a miniseries, this is a trade paperback you should be considering. So there you go, gang. Those are the reviews, I guess, and I've got 3 of them here. Like I said, only one of them was digital, and that's the one, unfortunately, if I'm going from the least to the best, that's the one that I've got to say is the least, which was the Eros. I'm sorry, the name's right out of my head. But anywho, it wasn't bad. It's just needed a little bit more story to go along with those pages of art. Great imagery, but who are they? Why should we care? So after that, I've got to say, wow, goodness, which one would be next? I would have to say, if I'm going worst to best, I just want my Batman back. Give me my Batman, gang. That's all. I noticed that all the family's here, and that's awesome. It makes for a good image. But do you know what else would be cool? Just a Batman book. That's what we need. A book about Batman. I know, I already said it. Then I'm going to have to go with Daredevil. Great finish. Yeah. It's still picking up, but I got to say, it was still pretty strong. But this is the one, I think. It's the unkindliness of ravens that won this particular video. I think this is the best of the bunch. I could say today, which this is, but for this video, the unkindliness of ravens is the best of the bunch. If you haven't checked it out, do yourself a favor, pick up the story. I don't think you'll be disappointed. So anyway, those are my opinions. What are yours? What do you think about the whole Batman thing? Do you prefer him with the Batman family all of the time? Or are you like me, where you would like a Batman family book maybe, and then let Batman be Batman by himself? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to click like, share, subscribe, ring that notification bell, because subscriptions doesn't always do it. Make sure the notifications are set on all. And if you don't mind helping out the channel, going over to Ko-Fi or to Patreon, drop $1 in the till. Doesn't have to be a monthly thing, just, hey, a tip jar, right? So anyway, thank everybody who's already done that. To everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.